My name Trey Walker.
Willie Career.
It's Lexington Smith.
Travis Williams.
You watching the Locker Report.
LockerReport.
LockerReport.com.
The grind don't stop.
Grind don't stop.
Grind don't stop.
Grind don't stop, baby.
All right, Joe, man. But I know that you're not about a lot of games. I know that you definitely focus in everything you do, even your approach coming to Super.
Yes, sir.
How much of the intensity you brought more to the Super than you was when you was in Chicago?
I treated it the same. I mean, obviously there's more people here watching, but I treat every game the same way. Playoff, regular season, I don't see why you should approach it differently than you would any other game.
Right. In Chicago, they switched you over to do some linebacker drills.
Yes, sir.
Coming to the Super, did you think you were going to do the linebacker drills, or were you surprised they put you back on the D-line?
Yeah, it was the opposite of the last one. I was prepared to do D-line. I did linebacker the last one. This one I came prepared to do linebacker, and I did D-line. But it worked out.
Oh, that's great. No problem. Well, make sure that when you are going to talk to the Eagles or someone like that, you let them know that, how they switch you around and everything.
Yes, sir.
As far as, the way how LockerReport represented you when you leave, what was your family reaction when you saw the videos and the content?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I haven't really been put in the paper very much, coming from a small school, and to see something like that on the internet that's so widely known to guys like this, it's pretty cool.
That's good, man. Hey, good luck to you. I look forward to talking to you during the regular season.
Lexington Smith, University of Northern Colorado. The biggest difference was just kind of knowing what to expect from the drills, how the drills are going to be ran. For instance, the short shuttle, putting in one hand down instead of being able to cut and plant with two hands down. There's different things you train for, So in preparation, I trained more technique of one-handed and just making sure that everything was still going to be smooth, even though I had to make small adjustments to different techniques that I use. So when you see guys just as big as you and you're used to being the biggest guy all the time, it's kind of a little intimidating. So you're like, oh man, that's a big dude. I'm saying, like, now I really got this competition. But when you see guys drop it and you know that your body's still strong, you start to ask yourself, like, oh, how much do I still have left in the tank? And I mean, you're just a product of conditioning at that point, of your training and how hard you pushed yourself, and I knew that this was gonna be a long event, and you have to be in a good enough shape to go, through every drill and still be able to perform at such a fast pace, such a high level, and still get the job done. And once I seen guys dropping, I told myself, like, it's go time. You really gotta push it through. And when I seen, I was still moving fast and I was still moving fluid, it motivated me to keep going. Like at the end, when everyone else was counting down the seconds till the drills were over, I was telling myself, like, hey, you gotta go get this one more. You gotta go get this one. You gotta go get that, because it's like they've been saying this whole time. It's the biggest interview of my life, And to not be able to make it through the whole interview, that would have been heartbreaking, But to be able to push myself through and still be able to dominate on it and play at a higher level, it was inspiring in a sense, The feeling's unreal. It's kind of like that high school sweetheart that you always wanted, the one woman of your dreams, and you never really got a chance to talk to her. And it's like having that whole situation flipped, and now she wants you. I've been chasing a chance to talk to anybody, and at that point you're sitting up there like, whoever talks to me, it's a blessing, and I'm counting that, But to have them waiting on me, like, that's an unreal feeling. I couldn't fathom the thought. If you had asked me before I did all this, would everyone be wanting to talk to me? Would I have a lot of teams interested? I'd have told you I'm gonna do my best. I wouldn't even answered your question with the right answer. I'd have told you I'm gonna give it all I got, and that's all I can control.
Right.
And so for them to really want to talk to me that bad, where they're sticking around pretty much almost in a line to talk to me. Oh man, my heart was like pumping. I'm jittery right now. I'm still adrenaline running, And it's been probably about 20-30 minutes since I did anything.
Right.
Like, I feel on top of the world right now, And it's not a feeling where I'm content and I'm you know what I'm saying, like, oh, everything's good now, I can coast. No, it's more inspiring to grind even harder so that when those calls do come ringing in, I can be ready to go. If they want me to do any kind of workouts, I'll be in shape, you know. And when they come calling for, you know what I'm saying, hopefully a draft pick, and if not a draft pick, free agency, like anything, I'm ready to go. And you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure at every point I'm prepared and just keep putting in the work behind closed doors where no one can see, so that when they do see me, I'm at my best, I'm at 100%.
Travis Williams, Johnstown State University. I did pretty solid, you know, I caught every ball. I feel like I got my hips open. Did pretty good on the drills. My main emphasis was today was the finish through the line, so I think I did pretty good at that and took notes of what I did mentally.
That box over there was minding its own business. But you went over there and you got on and you start pushing yourself off of it, hotting your legs up, and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of other people start doing the same thing. What was that type of, what was going through your mind at the time you was over there trying to get loose? Why did you pick that particular box and destroy that thing?
It just looked good. It just looked good, you know. I'm a leader anyway. I do everything by example. Lead by example. Anything that can help me, it can benefit everybody else. So it was just the overall, just the beauty of being in front of all these coaches, man. It really inspired me and motivated me. I have a story to tell. I can say I performed in front of all 32. I gave it my best. But other than that, man, it was just all good for real. Right.
The LockerReport, did we promote you well the first time we had met you? And then what was your family response, anybody's response when they saw you on the video?
Yeah, I did great. I sent it to all my boys at Youngstown. They appreciated the shout out. I forgot to get some people last in Denver. You know, shout out to Flex Your Fitness, I Am Performance, IAG, which is my athletic group I'm in, my agency. So shout out to my boy Thomas Finney and Quentin Dunbar. They go show out today.
Right, that's awesome, man. Thanks a lot for your time, man.
Yes, sir.
Willie Career, Eastern Michigan.
What you was able to do down on NFL Network, your 47-inch vertical jump, how much did that actually change your life?
You know, the one thing that's funny about that is probably it's been a year and a half now. I had deleted all my social networks. I just wanted to focus on football and school. So to be honest, it's been a little hectic, but to be honest, it's not as bad if it would have if I had Twitter or Instagram, and you know that I deactivated like my Facebook and stuff. So if I would have had that, I'm pretty sure it would have been a little bit more crazy than it's actually been.
Right. So you got all the social networks so you could focus on your craft to get ready for the NFL.
Right.
That was the reason why.
It was actually last off season when I actually did all that. You know, I wanted to get better with school. You know, I didn't really fall behind, but I just wanted to make sure like my focus really was just school and football. Right. And that's, you know, it's two main things really.
Was there anything like an event that triggered that to make you make that decision?
Probably a couple. Probably with you know, like I'll be doing homework. The next thing you know, I'll do homework for 10 minutes and I'll just go to my phone. Right. End up looking at something just like, and then it leads to procrastination and makes you end up not doing what you really wanted, what you're set out to do. So I ended up wanting to stay focused doing that. One of the things I think that was the biggest difference was there's no excuse, but I was still in the process of training. So it's just like I'm halfway through training, then I end up going to the combine, you know, and it's just like I'm still like working on things, you know, a lot of new techniques, so a lot of drills and experimental things, tweaking stuff. So, you know, today it's just like, you know, it all came together, even on my pro day too. My pro day was on Tuesday. I had a really good pro day. So, you know, I already had talked to a couple teams already. So, you know, it was just really about me just, you know, just putting everything together and just stick out, you know. Just like today, I felt like I was like the cleanest one out there, because I feel like a lot of people were just really going through the motions, but me, I was just like going full speed through everything. Right. If I catch the ball, break up field, and just run like fast.
Well, I would say that when from your workouts today and your pro day that you just had, how did it feel to have your first interview with an NFL scout?
Actually, it wasn't my first. I actually had talked to an NFL scout previously, previously before my pro day. But even talking to him, you know, it's always a good feeling, you know, to even see that you're getting recognized. You know, it's just commending yourself for all the hard work you put in, you know. But you know, the process never stops. You got to keep pushing. Right. Just talking to him doesn't mean anything.
Are you grateful for your basketball background?
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. When was the last time you dunked on somebody?
dunked on somebody. It was probably, actually, it was 2 years ago when I was JUCO at Butte College. Yeah, I dunked on somebody at Lexington, actually.
Oh, nice. I know that felt good too.
Yeah.
No problem. Not to hold up too much of your time. Appreciate your opportunity, talking to us. But although you wasn't on social media, and you really didn't see too much of the video, but your school sent the tweet out to your school. Right. What was the reaction from your friends and people who did see your video from your performance from what LockerReport put out?
I mean, it was probably like a lot like everybody else that's seen it, or even there, they kind of went crazy, like, whoa, blowing my phone up, family, friends, just like, oh, damn, you can jump that high, He was like, they always knew I could jump, but not that high, but, it was probably, their reaction was probably the same as everybody else's, to be honest.
Right. That's awesome.
There's a couple people who wasn't that much surprised, but.
I understand, because they know who you are.
Yeah, right.
Trey Walker, Texas Southern University. It's been wonderful. It's a wonderful experience, Never knew I would go through things such as this, combines, being trained and meeting people, speaking to a few teams, but it was just wonderful. I was home training at, back in Miami, so it was wonderful being home. Beautiful weather, staying warm. Then didn't get the snow that much. Well, didn't see snow at all.
Right.
So the weather wasn't, that bad. Actually, I was in a car with, my brother's best friend, which I called my brother. Taisha called me and said, you invited to the Super Regional. I was lost for words. She was like, you don't sound excited. I'm like, I'm excited, but, can't say nothing. All I can say is thank you, and then, when I got off the phone or whatever, started screaming like, hey, bro, like, hey, I got the call, I'm gonna be up there, first time in Phoenix, never been to Arizona, want to see the desert. It was a wonderful experience, though. The call, made me think a lot. Think a lot about the situation, the process of becoming, a professional football player. Actually, I worked on my speed. Wasn't pleased at all with my numbers. So, was just training hard, working on my 40, trying to strengthen my body up, putting on a little extra weight. That didn't work too well, but well, just basically working on my speed because, I feel as if I run a little faster time, scouts would be like, whoa, this kid could really run. They already feel as if, I could play, my ability being a cornerback at 6'2", So basically my speed, oh man, it was a blessing, a few scouts came up to me and was like, hey Trey, what's going on? You killed it out there today. What a wonderful day. And I'm like just, stunned, And I'm basically, I really want to ask them, so what you like, what you seen, what's my time looking like? But like I said, you lost for words, and only thing you could say is just yes sir, no sir. I worked on this, I worked on that. So it was a wonderful feeling, I'm a little exhausted right now, excuse me, but
I understand. Totally
it was wonderful though, speaking to a few teams, and knowing that they're interested in me and willing to, fly me out to their facility and meet a few people. When I saw, I sent the link out to everybody. I was like, yo, check me out, your boy on TV. And then my brother, he followed me up every time. And he called me and was like, hey Trey, you on something called LockerReport? And I'm like, I'm just being blunt about it. Just, nah, for real? I already know, but he was like, hey boy, you look good. So what the team's talking about? I'm like, man, just chill, bro. We gonna be good, it was wonderful, seeing myself on TV, being able to compete and perform in front of you guys and all the scouts. It's just wonderful.